Hi YouTubers. Well, with Christmas almost upon us, another weekend it'll be behind us, I thought it'd be appropriate if I did a little reading from one of Dickens' stories. Charles Dickens, one of our greatest writers, if not the greatest. Not of course counting Shakespeare. And at Christmas we get the usual stories on television. A Christmas Carol, Scrooge, we get Great Expectations, Oliver Twist, the usual ones. But today I thought I'd give a short reading from one of his less known stories, one of his Christmas tales, and it's a ghost story. Of course I can't read the whole thing, but I'll just read an extract from it. The first appearance that presented itself early in the morning, when it was but just daylight and no more, I was standing shaving at my glass, when I suddenly discovered, to my consternation and amazement, that I was shaving, not myself, I am 50, but a boy, apparently, Master B. I trembled and looked over my shoulder, nothing there. I looked again in the glass and distinctly saw the figure and expressions of a boy who was shaving, but not to get rid of his beard, but to get one. Extremely troubled in my mind, I took a few turns in the room and went back to looking in the glass, resolved to steady my hand and complete the operation in which I had been disturbed. Opening my eyes, which I had shut while recovering my firmness, I now met in the glass, looking straight at me, the eyes of a young man of 4 and 5 and 20. Terrified by this new ghost, I closed my eyes and made a strong effort to recover myself. Opening them again, I saw, shaving his cheek in the glass, my father, who had long been dead. Nay, I even saw my grandfather too, whom I had never seen in my life before. Although naturally much affected by these remarkable visitations, I determined to keep my secret until the time agreed upon for the present general disclosure. Agitated by a multitude of curious thoughts, I retired to my room that night, prepared to encounter some new experience of a spectral character. Nor was my preparation needless, for waking from an uneasy sleep at exactly 2 o'clock in the morning, what were my feelings to find that I was sharing my bed with the skeleton of Master B. I sprang up, and the skeleton sprang up also. I then heard a plaintive voice saying, "Where am I? What has become of me?" And looking hard in that direction, perceived the ghost of Master B. The young spectre was dressed in an obsolete fashion, or rather, was not as much dressed as put into a case of inferior pepper and salt cloth, made horrible by a mass of shining buttons. I observed that these buttons went to a double row over each shoulder of the young ghost, and appeared to descend to his back. He wore a frill around his neck. His right hand, which I distinctly noticed to be inky, was laid upon his stomach. Connecting this action with some feeble pimples on his countenance and his general air of nausea, I concluded this ghost to be the ghost of a boy who had habitually taken a great deal too much medicine. "Where am I?" said the young spectre in a pathetic voice. And why was I born in this calumny way? And why did I have all that calomel given me? Well, I'll leave it there. This is a tale from one of Dickens' Christmas stories, and it's called The Haunted House, if you want to look it up. Because everybody likes a ghost story during Christmas, or some of us do anyway. Not that I believe in ghosts or anything like them, but they are good fun. I'll probably sit down and watch Christmas Carol this week. An old one perhaps with Alistair Sim. A good bit of fun. Anyway, I'll leave it at that for now, and I wish you all a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. Till I see you next time.